Hey guys, it's S1E2 here, and welcome to the second episode of Season 1 of Take Your Word For It, a new movie review series that I am starting, where I am reviewing 5 bad movies that my buddy Nathan lent me. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you could see the second movie that I showed in the first episode. I hope that you didn't, but yeah, second movie that I'm gonna be reviewing as part of this series is Camp Rock. Oh, jeez. Anyway, let's just get right into the review. Now, the movie's directed by Matthew Diamond and stars Demi Lovato as Mitchie. I think this was like I think it's like the very first thing she was in. But also, like, what I found really weird is like she was 16 when she was in this movie. She was older than I am right now when she was in this movie, yet she looks like she's like 10 in this movie. Anyway, it stars Demi Lovato as Mitchie, Joe Jonas as Shane, Megan Jett Martin as Tess, Maria Canals Barrera as Connie, and Allison Stoner as Caitlin. And by the way, guys, also before I get into this review, I'm sorry if you're hearing like a bunch of loud noise. As you'll have heard in my my life story for this week, I do live in southern British Columbia, and there's a really bad storm outside. Like, hold on, I'll show you. Like, see, like my windows are all dotted with rain, and it's looking really crappy, I know. But yeah. So just sorry if you hear any like any loud noises, but. Anyway, basically the plot of this movie is Demi Lovato plays this one girl, and she really wants to go to this summer camp called Camp Rock, which is like a music-based camp, and she just absolutely loves music, and she really wants to go there for the summer, but unfortunately her parents can't afford it, and she's feeling pretty disappointed. And then it's the last day of school, and she's really disappointed about it. Then when she gets home, she finds out that she can go after all. And the reason why is because her mom, because their parents own like a burger restaurant, and her mom volunteered to be the cook at Camp Rock, so she ends up getting to go anyway. But while she's there, she meets this girl named Tess, who's she's just such a bitch in this movie. She's so mean, and like, because, you know, at first she's like trying to get Mitchie, that's Demi Lovato's character's name, to be her friend, and they are friends for a bit, but then like stuff happens. But also Mitchie's trying to be friends with Caitlin, played by Allison Stoner, who you may remember her from Phineas and Ferb. She played Isabella. Man, that was a good show. Why did you have to get rid of the last good show on Disney? With the exceptions of Lab Rats, Jessie, and Gamer's Guide to pretty much everything. Those 3 are still good, but I mean of the classic, good, like, perfect quality Disney shows, why'd you have to get rid of Phineas and Ferb? Come on. But, anyway, now, I didn't really look up, like, I looked up the critic reviews as I was watching the movie, and also I should point this out, this is the extended Rockstar edition, which I don't know the differences between it, I don't know the time difference. I may put the time difference between the 2 versions in the video, but I probably won't. But I might. But, so yeah, like, because if I have seen this movie before, then I don't remember it. If I did, then I saw it when I was like 7 years old. So that was like, yeah, 2008. So this was 8 years ago when this was made. So I would have been like 7 when I saw this, if I did see it. There was one part kind of near the 3rd act, which I remembered really vividly in my mind watching when I was younger, but that's it. Now, guys, I'm just gonna say this right now. This movie's not for my age group. So I am going to be pretty biased with this review, but just know that, like, I'm not, like, trying to, like, say, this movie is trash, it shouldn't exist, the cast should feel ashamed of themselves. I'm not going to be doing that, because I'm just saying this movie's not for my age group, and So, it's not really a movie for me. Same with Gem and the Holograms. But, yeah, so I'll kind of get into the things that I liked about the movie. Well, first off, the characters are likable, especially Alison Stoner. I really liked her character in this. I like the Jonas Brothers in this. They were all fine, although, like, which one was it? Yeah, although Joe Jonas is kind of an asshole. Like, not really even kind of. He's a pretty big asshole near the beginning, but then his character starts to get a little bit nicer. But, I just read, because I looked at Kevin Jonas's IMDb page. He was 21, I believe, when he was in this, and that's him right there. He's looking like he's, about, 13. Or, 15 at the most, but... Yeah, so I was pretty shocked when I found out he was 21 when he was in this movie, because each of them look like they're 16, 17 years old. But, so as I said, the one thing I really liked about the movie, the characters are all likable. The one they chose for Tess was a really nice choice, because she fit the character quite well. And as I said again, Demi Lovato was fine. I know this was the first thing she was in. The Jonas Brothers were all fine as the characters. The plot I found was a bit half thought out, and I feel like there could have been a little bit more to it. The music, again, it's not something I would really like, but that's because, this movie's not for my age group. Because I would say if you're a kid between the ages of 4 to 12, you're gonna find some enjoyment in this. Or if you're a parent, if you're a kid between the ages of 4 to 12, or you're a parent of young kids, you're gonna enjoy this movie. But anybody else, I don't think you really would. Because, as I said many times, guys, this is not for my age group. So really, I'm not really gonna like it. I'm not saying it's bad. Again, it's just not for my age group. I personally didn't enjoy it. Just not a movie for me. Guys, I'm gonna give Camp Rock a D+. I'm not judging it based on, just a general consensus and how good or bad the movie is. I'm judging it based on how much I enjoyed it. Because there is one movie review that I'm not gonna say what the movie is, actually. I was about to, but I filmed, guys, the other review I'm talking about, I filmed this review and edited it a long-ass time ago, and I have yet to upload it. Let's just say it's a movie that pretty much everybody hates. It has, a 2% score on Rotten Tomatoes, and I gave it a pretty good score, but that was because of how much I liked it, and because of how much funny stuff I thought was in the movie itself. Again, guys, I said I was giving this a D+, because this is just on how much I enjoyed it. I didn't really find too much to really love about this movie. And again, it's not for my age group. So that's the main reason I'm giving it a D+ is because I personally didn't enjoy it. It's not a movie for me. It's not really a movie for my age group at all. But it did have one of the most savage insults in a movie I have ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, you all saw that shit. That is... Man, I almost felt like I was gonna faint after hearing that. Whoa. That's just on a whole other level. Damn. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Subscribe for more content. And remember, you guys, whenever getting hired as a camp cook, say no to drugs.